A good evening and happy new year to you wherever you are on this first day of the month of January of the year 2026. Indeed, it's an honor and a privilege to be with you celebrating this new year as you walk with strides of hope and victory. As we step into 2026, Kutv stands grounded in truth and driven by purpose. This year marks more than a turning of the calendar. It's a renewed commitment to serve, listen, and lead with integrity. In a world moving faster than ever, Kutv remains focused on what matters: accurate reporting, meaningful storytelling, and the voices that shape our shared future. We will challenge misinformation, spotlight solutions, and celebrate the resilience found in our neighborhoods. With innovation, our newsroom, and accountability at our core, we pledge to inform without fear, connect without division, and inspire without compromise. 2026 calls for courage, clarity, and community. Together, we will ask the hard questions, honor the facts, and tell the stories that move Kenya forward. This is our mission. This is our moment. Welcome to 2026 with Kutv for the year ahead. And now, the highlights of tonight's top stories. The new year 2026 welcomed with spectacular celebrations across the globe. Retired Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta uses the Fala Awards platform to call out African youth to action. President William Ruto joins thousands of Kenyans at the Pamoja Festival in Eldoret to celebrate and usher in the year 2026.
Yani mko area? Hata mimi niko area bwana.
Should the party be a lone wolf? Oburu Oginga declares that he will be ODM's presidential candidate in 2027.
I'm the presidential candidate for ODM if ODM decides that it goes it alone. So
all right, my name is Emanuel Kutosi, and with me in the sign language interpretation is Opio John. Now, the new year 2026 has been welcomed with spectacular celebrations across the globe. Beginning with fireworks in Sydney, Australia, and spreading to major cities, colorful displays lit up the skies, symbolizing renewed hope after a challenging year. Back home in Kenya, optimism filled the air as the world was urged to embrace unity, peace, and positive change as the start of the new year 2026 kicks off. The first major New Year 2026 fireworks lit up the skies over Sydney, Australia, ushering in celebrations around the world. Moments later, skies across the globe exploded into color and sound, signaling the official arrival of the new year. United Kingdom, Dubai, United States, and even Singapore. Back home in Kenya, A wave of optimism and high expectations for the year 2026 spread as revelers welcome the New Year celebration. Reflecting on the year gone, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres emphasized the need to embrace peace to avoid repeating the conflicts and challenges experienced last year.
Get serious, choose people and planet over pain, and I urge everyone who hears this message, play your part. Our future depends on our collective courage to act. This new year, let's rise together for justice, for humanity, for peace.
In a powerful show of global unity, the world rang in 2026 with renewed hope, staying up through the night in anticipation of a morning filled with promise, progress, and positive change. Indeed, it was a thrilling celebration as thousands of residents from Kilifi and Mombasa counties gathered to usher in the new year in style. In Kilifi County, residents celebrated through the finals of the Kilifi Rising Star competition held at Butwani Beach. The music festival aimed at promoting and nurturing local artistic talent brought together upcoming artists from different parts of the county. Take a look.
In Kilifi County, year 2026 celebrations were led by Governor Gideon Mungaro. Speaking during the Kilifi Rising Star competition, he reaffirmed the county government's commitment to developing local talent, announcing plans to build a modern creative hub and recording studio that will offer free services to artists from all parts of the county.
Sisi kama county tuendelea kukuza talanta na tayari tunajenga pale Kilifi kituo cha ubunifu ama innovation hub, na pale vile kutakuwa na studio ya wasanii ya county ambao wanaweza kurekodi nyimbo na kujifunza talanta.
Leaders praised the county government, saying such platforms give young people opportunities to showcase their talents while helping them avoid drug abuse, crime and other social vices.
Wacha tuseme asante sana kwa kuwezesha wanakilifi kuonyesha talanta yao kwa upande wa uigizaji, upande wa spoken word na masuala ya dancers ambao tuko nao.
Na sisi tunakupongeza na tunafuraha sana kama watu wako wa Kilifi County kwa kukuza talent hii si mara ya kwanza. Kuanzia tuingie katika mamlaka, His Excellency the Governor umewezesha vijana wetu kupitia waziri wetu Dama.
On his part, the Principal Secretary for Youth Affairs and the Creative Economy, Fikirini Jacobs, said the government department is working closely with young people across the country to ensure they earn a dignified livelihood from their talents.
Kitambo imepita wasanii wetu wangeimba na wakafariki bila kufikia karibu tuktuk, bila kufikia karibu gari, bila kufikia karibu pikipiki. Lakini leo hii kuna wasanii watatoka hapa na zawadi hizi, wataenda watafute parking nyumbani kwao. Si kwa sababu wametuzwa na mtu, kwa sababu tofauti ile hapana. Kwa sababu wameng'ang'ana na vipaji vyao.
Mstahiki Gavana, tunaomba ya kwamba activities kama hizi ziweze kuendelea ndani ya Malindi, kwa sababu hawa watu wenye ambao leo tumeweza kuwashika mkono ni vijana wetu ambao wako na vipaji, na mimi na support hii initiative Gavana, kwa sababu vijana hawa, waimbaji hawa wasiposhikwa mkono na sisi viongozi wa Kilifi, watashikwa mkono na nani?
In Mombasa County within the coastal region, domestic tourists and international visitors ushered in the new year amid excitement, flocking to beaches, entertainment venues and churches along the coast throughout the night. Speaking to the media after the service, the church station chairperson Wilfred Mwenge described 2025 as a difficult year for many Kenyans due to financial and political challenges.
2025 has been having several challenges financially and politically. We expect to coming from this difficult year, so next year we expect you to behave well, and in matters security, everyone should be part of the security.
Rajab Juma, KUTV.
Thank you, Rajab Juma, for that report. Now, Pope Leo XVI has opened the year 2026 with a strong appeal for peace, urging an end to violence and suffering in countries blooded by conflict and within families torn apart by war. Celebrating New Year's Day Mass at St. Peter's Basilica, the Pope later delivered a special noontime prayer from his studio overlooking St. Peter's Square, which was filled with pilgrims and tourists, marking the Church's World Day of Peace observed on the 1st of January. Pope Leo called for renewed commitment to dialogue, reconciliation and solidarity, saying true peace begins in the human heart and must be nurtured through justice and compassion.
In Egypt, they had enjoyed certain comforts. Food was available, as were shelter and a measure of stability. Yet, this came at the cost of their freedom. Enslaved, they were oppressed by a tyranny that demanded ever more while giving ever less. Now in the desert, many of those former comforts were lost. But in exchange, there was freedom, which took shape as an open road towards the future, found in the gift of a law of wisdom and the promise of a land where they might live.
Now, church leaders in Kenya have welcomed President William Ruto's call to intensify the fight against drug abuse and excessive alcohol consumption in this year. While issuing a stern warning to politicians, religious leaders say members of the political class must stop encouraging substance abuse among young people under the guise of advancing political interest, and have urged the president to lead the campaign through decisive action rather than rhetoric.
Speaking during a New Year crossover service at Zoo Worship Center in Kinoo, Pastor David Ndoine praised President William Ruto for taking a firm action against drug and alcohol abuse, noting that the problem has escalated significantly, particularly in the Mount Kenya region.
Government, the politicians, to stand and save this generation. Because if we cannot stand, if we cannot join hands, we are going to see our young ones vanquish. And we are going to suffer, all of us.
Pastor Ndoine observed that substance abuse has heavily affected young people, especially men in their prime productive years, resulting in a weakened workforce and threatening the country's economic future. He emphasized that if the war against drug is successfully won, Kenya will benefit from a strong, healthy, and productive human resource capable of driving national development.
Kenyans are committed to build their nation, and we thank God for whatever He is doing. My prayer to each and every one of us, let us be patient to one another.
However, he challenged politicians to take responsibility, accusing some of being at the forefront of bribing young people with alcohol and drug in order to push political agendas. He warned that such actions undermine the fight against substance abuse and compromise the future of the youth.
Oppose those politicians who communicate disunity and disharmony upon Kenyans. And again, as we engage with one another, let us be responsible. Young ones, let us engage responsibly, knowing that we have a future, knowing that we have a nation, knowing that we have, the family to keep.
At the same time, religious leaders called on politicians to promote peace and stability as the country moves into 2026, cautioning against divisive and inflammatory politics that could erode national unity ahead of the 2027 general election.
Let us give this government time to do what they promised us. Let us pray for them, let us support them, and let us be able to encourage one another to the end. And I believe as we approach the year 2026, we are going to experience peace and abundance.
He also urged young people to take charge of their destiny by rejecting handouts and refusing to sell their democratic rights to elect credible leaders. Kenyans were encouraged to remain hopeful in the new year and to give President Ruto's administration time to deliver on its promises, while remembering that ultimate accountability lies within the people through the ballot. Akida Kasim, KUTV.
Now, retired President Uhuru Kenyatta has challenged Africa's youth to take charge of the continent's future, saying Africa's greatest wealth lies in its people, not its natural resources. Speaking in Lagos, Nigeria, during the Future Africa Leaders Awards 2025 Fala at the Love World Nation Arena, Kenyatta said Africa's transformation must be driven by courageous, value-based leadership from within. He urged young people to lead with integrity, vision, and accountability, noting that leadership is about impact, not titles. Kenyatta praised the award recipients for choosing a service over self and commended Pastor Chris Oyahilome for nurturing young leaders through the Future Africa Leaders Foundation. All right, and on that note, to take our first break on this New Year's edition. Don't go too far because we have a lot more in store just for you.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mukwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia,
they find it quite strange talking to you.
You should just make schools integrated,
inclusive setups,
by providing the right facilities.
Ni nguzo na uso wa jamii. Kupanda shuka akawa tuzo, ukakamavu wake ukatii na kumfanya mwenye bidii. Kwa machozi na makeke akabaini jinsi ya kuweni. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari kwa jinsi alivyo ng'ari. Mimi ni mwanamke mwake. Usikose kutazama kipindi cha mwanamke mwake nami Caroline Kimwele.
Welcome back. President William Ruto joined thousands of Kenyans at the Pamoja Festival held at the Eldoret Sports Club in Uasin Gishu County to celebrate and usher in the new year 2026. Accompanied by First Lady Rachel Ruto, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki, and several national leaders, the president used the occasion to call for unity, peace, and solidarity among Kenyans as they enter the new year 2026.
There was excitement and jubilation among residents of Eldoret town during the celebrations to welcome the year 2026 as President William Ruto joined locals in the New Year crossover festivities. The festival brought together local and national artists who entertained fans with captivating music and a variety of performances. Speaking briefly during the event, the president emphasized the importance of unity, peace, and working together as the nation prepares to enter the new year.
2026 is a truly blessed year, and I am looking forward to working with every Kenyan from every community and region and religion and county so that we can move our country forward.
Ruto, who was accompanied by his wife Rachel Ruto, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, and other leaders, expressed his hopes for the year 2026, citing some of the infrastructure projects that the government aims to complete in the coming year.
2026 is a truly blessed year, and I am looking forward to working with every Kenyan from every community and region and religion and county so that we can move our country forward.
The Pamoja Festival marked the conclusion of a series of end-of-year celebrations across the country, closing the year 2025 with festivity and laying a foundation of renewed hope as the nation looks towards 2026.
Hii 2026 tunasukuma barabara ya Rironi kuja mpaka Mau Summit na itafika Eldoret iende mpaka Malaba. Hii 2026 tunaleta ile reli kutoka Naivasha itateremuka iende Narok, iende Bomet, iende Nyamira, iende Kisumu, iende Malava. Tunajenga airport mpya, international airport, world class, pale Jomo Kenyatta.
Rajab Juma, KUTV.
Thank you, Rajab Juba, for that story. Now, ODM party leader Oburu Oginga has declared that he will be the party's presidential candidate should the Orange Democratic Movement choose to contest the 2027 general election independently. Speaking during a New Year address to Kenyans, Oburu said the ODM constitution is clear and that the party leader automatically becomes the presidential flag bearer if the party goes it alone. He dismissed claims that ODM has been weakened or sold to other political formations, insisting that the party remains strong and grassroots driven. Oburu said 2026 will be a decisive year, with ODM set to determine whether to run independently or enter a coalition ahead of the 2027 polls.
2026, which we are entering into, is a very crucial year for our party. It is a very, very crucial year for our party because things must be worked out before 2027. Before the end of 2026, we shall have clearly known and made all the necessary arrangements going into 2027. Then we shall have, before the end of the year, our party shall have known whether we are going it alone or we are going to go into coalition with other parties, and we shall have by that time known whom we are going with into the political coalition, if any, or we are going it alone. And of course, if we are going it alone, I want to make it absolutely clear that our constitution already has a presidential candidate for our party. And that presidential candidate is clearly stated in the constitution of our party. And it is the party leader. And it is the party leader speaking. I am the presidential candidate for ODM if ODM decides that it goes it alone. So anybody who is preparing himself to go for presidential election in ODM, I think is misplaced. If they want to go for presidential candidacy, they should look for another party.
Now, the National Government Affirmative Action Fund, GAF Director Ruth Dama, has rallied residents of Kilifi County to support the broad-based government, saying it has fostered unity, peace, and created employment opportunities. Speaking in Msemerini Village, Bamba location in Ganze constituency, Dama made the remarks while donating foodstuffs and essential supplies to vulnerable families to mark the New Year festivities. She said she was moved on an act after receiving reports that residents of the remote village were facing acute food shortages and would be unable to celebrate the new year. Accompanied by her family, Dama said the donation was meant to restore hope and dignity among needy households.
Nataka kumpongeza Rais Ruto kwa hatua ya hekima, ya unyenyekevu na upendo wa Kenya yetu, alipounganisha vyama pamoja, alipokaa na marehemu Raila Odinga, wakaweka Kenya mbele, wakaweka Mkenya mbele. Ikiwa Kenya ndio muhimu, kuwe na amani ili kuletwe maendeleo. Tuaje hapa aseme sijui nyinyi mwendeni kwa chama hii, muulize kwanza wewe ulikuwa kwa chama gani? Muulize kwanza wewe ulikuwa uko wapi na nini umefanya? Hatutaki tena kudanganywa, hatutaki tena kuchezewa akili. Tuko na macho, tuko na akili Mungu alitupa, na tunawajua tabia zao mmoja kwa mmoja, na tunasema kwa kizungu enough is.
Now to matters that do require rapid action. As schools prepare to reopen next week, gender rights activists in Migori County have begun the delicate process of reintegrating girls who fled their homes to escape female genital mutilation among the Kuria community. Take a look. From November 2025, the Buriga clan, whose cultural practices cut across Kenya and Tanzania, entered the circumcision season, triggering a wave of fear and displacement as dozens of girls ran away to avoid female genital mutilation. At Komotobo Maranatha Mission Center in Kuria, East County, at least 120 girls have been living under protection for the past 2 months. Many of them now face rejection at home, uncertainty about school, and the trauma of displacement.
Wasichana ambao wamejitokeza na kusema kwamba wao wakirudi nyumbani hawana mtu wa kulipia shule, maana wengine wana single mother ama wana mzazi mmoja ama wengine hawana wazazi. So wanapokuwa wamekimbia na kukataa ukeketaji, wanapata shida katika upande wa kulipiwa school fees na mambo mengine, mahitaji ya msingi katika maisha yao.
Hawa watoto wako hapa Komotobo. Kuna wenye wanasema kwamba kuna mmoja ameweza kutupigia simu kama mi contract. Tukajaribu akafika hapa Komotobo na hata kikani hata kwao. Sasa ndio tulikuwa tunajaribu akiongea akituelezea. Kwa hivyo tunakuwa na hizo challenges, sababu akihitaji anahitaji kwenda shule, anahitaji kuhudumiwa, ana haki pia ya kuhudumiwa. Kwa hivyo kuna challenges mingi tu.
We have been asking and also asking the government to come to rescue these girls with the permanent rescue center. It has not come to be there now. They have been using these temporal centers, which is not very good because after they are sent back home, they are not still safe.
With schools reopening, activists have prioritized counseling and family mediation to ensure the girls return home safely and resume their education. School transition remains the biggest challenge for the girls fleeing FGM, often pushing survivors into early marriage and poverty.
But they are at risk that by January, some of them will drop out of school. Reasons known to the society.
Micontrap Kenya donated foodstuffs and toiletries to the girls before holding a bonding and counseling session to mark off the festive season, an effort aimed at restoring dignity and confidence.
In between, this one is good. They are rescued for the period, but actually they are going back to the same parents who wanted to rescue them, to circumcise them. So we are not sure whether some of them are going to end up being circumcised. That is not known because nobody follows up that, and that's what we are. It's very important to have a permanent government rescue center in Kenya, mostly in the Migori County and the counties that FGM is paramount.
Bado tunafikiria kwamba watakuwepo mpaka tarehe 2 ama tarehe 3 ili kwamba wasiweze kwenda kulazimishwa tena kukeketwa. So tumekuwa na hawa wasichana na tuna wale ambao tumesimama na wao ambao pia ni role model tangia tuanze kupigana na jambo hili, na wamesimama, wengine wamemaliza shule, wengine wameolewa. na wengine pia ni watu wa muhimu katika jamii.
The center has sheltered fleeing girls since the year 2007 due to the absence of a government-owned rescue facility in the region. The girls receive life skills, training and mentorship from role models to help them rebuild their futures.
Ningeweza kuomba kwamba serikali iweze kusimama na hawa watoto, tuweze kuwa hata na rescue camp, hata kama ni moja Kuria East, moja Kuria West. Inaweza saidia sana kuliko vile tunakuja kwa mission, wao wana budget zao, pia tunainterfere ndani. Lakini kama serikali, hata kama ni wabunge wangesema kwamba acha tuchukue hata CDF, tuweke hawa watoto mahali ambapo inaweza kuwa rescue.
FGM remains illegal under the Prohibition of Female Genital Mutilation Act of 2011 in Kenya. While national prevalence has declined, the practice persists in pockets of the country, including Kuria, parts of the Maasai region, and northeastern Kenya, sometimes even taking the form of medicalized FGM.
Kifaulu kusimamisha ama kumaliza ukeketaji kwa ajili ya kujenga taifa letu, hakuna kitu sisi kama kina mama tutashindwa.
However, activists say hope is growing. At the beginning of the intensified anti-GBV activism in 2025, Maasai elders held a historic public declaration renouncing FGM, signaling a powerful cultural shift.
We agreed this. And so this particular declaration is spoken and written by us. And so to end FGM is a collective responsibility of us.
Advocates believe similar community-led commitments combined with education, rescue services, and enforcement of the law are the key to ending the practice.
Every generation, there comes a moment when the truth refuses to hide behind numbers, when the pain of our daughters demands to be seen, not counted.
For these girls in Kuria, reintegration is not just about returning home. It's about reclaiming their right to education, safety, and a future free from harmful traditions, one that they hope the government will enforce. Now we are into the sporting matters, where the African Cup of Nations saw decisive group stage action yesterday, with Nigeria finishing top of Group C after a 3-1 win over Uganda. Paul Onwachu and Rafael Oyendika, staring at the Super Eagles, sealed the 9 points. Meanwhile, Cote d'Ivoire edged Gabon 3-2 thanks to a late winner, and Cameroon beat Mozambique 2-1 to confirm their round of 16 spot. Host Morocco and Algeria also advanced, topping their respective groups. With the tournament now at the round of 16, Senegal will take on Sudan, Mali will face Tunisia, Morocco will face Tanzania, South Africa will be taking out with Cameroon, Egypt will be facing Benin, Nigeria will be meeting Mozambique, Algeria will be facing the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Cote d'Ivoire will be taking on Burkina Faso. Of course, now we've come to the end of this New Year's edition of the KUTV Prime Time News. The first that has been done with matters that matters coming first. My name is Emanuel Kutosi, and be sure to join me tomorrow for another informative roundup as we embark on that, particularly within this year. From my director on the other side, Martin Motegi, Levis Domoto and Frank, ensuring everything is on point. Big gratitude to you guys. And also my producer tonight, thank you. God bless you. From me, Emanuel Kutosi, and my colleague in the sign language interpretation, Opio John, it's good night. Happy New Year. See you tomorrow.
In a world where uncertainty rules and opportunities are scarce, it's time to break from the barrier and unlock your full potential.
We must live within our means. We cannot spend money that we don't have.
We will explore the fascinating world of investment, trade secrets, business strategies and entrepreneurship.
Sasa challenges ziko mingi sana. Parking ya mzigo imekuwa mbaya. Unaweka pesa yako na kataa kurudi.
Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, what you covered with invaluable insights to help you succeed.
Now, this year we have seen a rebound in the economy, which is well above the global average of the 3%.
Join me, Anyango Sylvia, every Sunday and Monday on Kutv News at 9, and let's turn your dreams into reality.
Baada ya kutafuta kazi, tunaweza kuanzisha miradi yetu ambayo ingetusaidia kubadilisha maisha ya wazazi wetu.
Kwa vijana wenzangu, wengi wale hawana kazi. Lakini ikiwa sisi wenyewe tutajiamini, tunaweza kujiajiri wenyewe.
Afrika kwa kweli tuna mahitaji ambayo ukiyasuluhisha unaweza kuathiri watu kwenye bara hili.
Bila woga, watu huwa na uzalishaji zaidi. Wanajawa na ujasiri, wanakuwa wabunifu na wanakuwa wenye maarifa.
Niliamua kuacha kazi. Hata kama sitafanikiwa, nitakuwa nimejaribu, nitakuwa najua haiwezekani.
Hakuna kitu cha ajabu hapa. Kila anayepata ufanisi hufanya kazi usiku na mchana.
Kitu kitakusukuma na kuwezesha kupata maarifa ambayo hukuwa nayo.
Tunajaribu kutengeneza kitu kitakachopita mipaka nchi hii.
Ikiwa unataka kubadilisha ulimwengu, anza na nyumbani.
Wanasemanga kacho sako kauna da vitu zika swag. Wala nikeo kwa zile vitu muombe. Finya mint kani bombe na maombea. Jupesa makaratasi ndiyo minimum bear. Ile nyuma neza rudi labda reverse kwa benzo. Sad mile na nishoni fiti kuwa thankful. Mguu kwa fuel na ikanyaga sombili. Lane yangu wimejama gogeda na majangili. Gumzo biashara mina manager kwa Zoom. Strategies of becoming the biggest player in the room. Usione nimekima mipango jakamilika. Waya ni tofauti mitambo inabadilika. Skills sio kitu, jua will ndo kila kitu. Meditation za kishuba nikipuliza mavitu. Moito ananiambia weka kazi ipo siku. Sona palilia shamba na ngoja kuvuna mbivu. Rather move correct than fast. So can that see your worth is see your mess. Don't need to go a second in any bidding fast. Sacrifices mean I make no recipes that could last. Small beginnings with big endings I say. Manifesting all the dreams and good things I say. When I go to God, blessings come my way. Come bad, come good, come sunshine, rain, eh. Na kama hailipi we don't bother. Ukini cross a mind make a sin Golgotha. Kapio kule kila muda na nikwe. Yo bando legacy tuwache moja safi when it's over. This is the only life that we know. Better learn to appreciate the highs when you're low. Between me and you, you know the truth when you're alone. I just wanna have wealth, good vibes in my zone.